Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CTN Community Update. Construction work is ramping up on a project that will put a bridge over the railroad tracks on Hanson Boulevard. On Thursday afternoon, we found crews working on the underground utilities along Hanson Boulevard. They are removing the existing water main, concrete curb and gutter, and asphalt along Hanson. Pile driving operations for the new bridge are expected to start late this week. Pile driving will consist of a large diesel hammer that forces 16-inch diameter hollow steel tubes into the ground. In addition to weekdays, crews are now working on Saturdays beginning at 8 a.m. to get the work done. Hanson Boulevard is currently closed in both directions at the railroad tracks and is expected to reopen by the end of October. The public is invited to an upcoming open house for a project that will construct a bridge over the railroad tracks on FOLEY Boulevard. The meeting will take place May 16th from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Head Start ACAP facility at 9574 FOLEY Boulevard. Engineers, along with representatives from the city, county, and Metro Transit, will be on hand to provide information and answer questions. Construction isn't expected to start until the summer of 2021. This week, the Coon Rapids Fire Department took steps to prevent kitchen fires in some local apartment buildings without sprinklers. Fire Inspector Robert Erickson installed the stovetop fire stops in all 192 kitchens at Heritage Heights Apartments. The installation was a partnership after the fire department did an educational piece at Heritage Heights following a kitchen grease fire.
It was quite a scare, and the residents suffered some burns on their hand from the grease as well. And so we reached out to the fire department. We got some tips out to people. We had no idea that this was an option, and fire department chose us, fortunately. And so now we can all sleep better at night knowing every single home here is covered.
Most of the costs of these stovetop fire stoppers were covered by donations received by the fire department. Their goal is to get more fire stoppers in other apartment buildings in the city without sprinkler systems. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency is helping some school bus fleets in Minnesota reduce pollution. The EPA recently awarded $440,000 to replace 22 older diesel school buses across the state. Locally, Kotke's bus service in Andover was one of the recipients. Exhaust from diesel buses can harm health, especially in children who have faster breathing rates than adults and lungs that are not fully developed. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency and the city of Andover will host an informational meeting next week regarding the cleanup of a local landfill. The meeting will take place May 8th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the Andover City Council chambers. The state plans to remove more than 6,000 rotting barrels of hazardous chemicals from the WDE landfill located west of Hanson Boulevard and south of Andover Boulevard. Residents will learn more about the work plan and the project schedule. There will also be time set aside for a question and answer session. Time now for Business Spotlight. This month, we check out Slip Sharpening, a unique business that helps hairstylists, animal groomers, and veterinarians stay a cut above the rest.
What kind of knife do you have?
I'm Judy Hall, and my husband and I own Slips Sharpening.
And I'm Bob Hall, or Slip, and I'm the co-owner with my wife. We use only belts, no steel wheels, grinding wheels. Everybody thinks knives are just knives. There's quite an art to it. I have a machine that was made for it. The bevels are at 26 degrees. Every order is done separately because you can't get them mixed up.
I, by trade, am a hairdresser. That's why I urged him to get into the salon industry, because my sharpener had just quit the business and we needed somebody out there, so that kind of gave him the incentive to check into it, and lo and behold, he liked it.
Andis has blades, Oster has blades, Wall has blades, and there's some aftermarket stuff out there. We get hunting knives in with the tips broke off. I can restore probably 90% of them. That's 4,100 RPMs. I'm testing the clipper blade after it was sharpened. We have a contract with this veterinary association, and we're servicing well over 450 vet clinics. And we have a large mail order business. We have people around the country shipping us clippers, clipper blades, hair shears, because they like the work we do. They go all the way through to get up on the tip. Like making my customers happy.
Local children and adults sharpened their skates and hit the ice last weekend in Coon Rapids.
You can try to stop the seasons, girl, but you know you never will.
Dozens of skaters took part in the annual Ice Fantasy Show at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. This is the 30th year for the performances, which showcase the talents of those enrolled in the Learn to Skate School. Some alumni returned for the 30th anniversary. Also, 2 special guest performers took part, including Star Andrews, who placed 8th at the U.S. National Championships this year. The annual Anoka County Master Gardener Plant Sale has a new venue this year. The sale will take place May 14th from 3 to 7 p.m. and May 15th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Anoka County Fairgrounds. There will be thousands of plants to choose from, including annuals, perennials for sun and shade, vegetables, and trees and shrubs to beautify your yard and garden. All the proceeds support the Anoka County Master Gardener Program. All right, that is going to bring us to the end of today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right back here again next week.